You're in the middle of an argument. Your heart's pounding, your throat's tight. Someone just said something that made your blood boil, and before you can think, the words are already coming out of your mouth. Loud, sharp, maybe something you'll regret in an hour. Here's what most people don't realize. The moment you react emotionally, you've already lost. Not because you're weak, but because you became predictable. And predictable people get controlled. This video will show you how to flip that script. Emotional control isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's about staying sharper than everyone else in the room when things get heated. It's about making decisions instead of reactions. And once you understand how your brain works during conflict, you can rewire the whole game. Let's break it down. So why do you lose control in the first place? When someone raises their voice, accuses you, or hits a sensitive spot, your brain treats it like a threat, not a social disagreement. A threat. The amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for survival, kicks in before your logic does. That's why you feel the surge. That's why your mouth moves faster than your mind. This isn't a personality flaw. It's biology. Your brain is trying to protect you. The problem? It's protecting you from a conversation, not a lion. And the strategies it uses, yelling, defending, attacking, don't work in arguments. They escalate them. Here's the truth. Arguments are won by the person who stays calm longest. Not the loudest, not the angriest, the calm one. Because while the other person is burning energy on emotion, you're thinking. And thinking people control the room. So how do you stay calm when everything in you wants to explode? First tool, mental distance. When someone's yelling at you, your instinct is to absorb it, to feel it, to react to it. Instead, mentally step outside the argument. Imagine you're watching this conversation happen to someone else. You're a spectator. You're observing, not participating emotionally. Let's say someone accuses you of being selfish. Normally, that word hits you like a punch. But if you mentally step back and think, interesting, they just used the word selfish. Why did they choose that word? What are they actually upset about? You've already diffused the emotional charge. You're not ignoring them. You're just refusing to let their emotional state dictate yours. That shift from participant to observer creates space. And in that space, you regain control. Try it next time. The moment you feel the heat rising, think, I'm watching this happen. It sounds simple. It works. Here's another mistake people make. They let tone control them. Someone says something in an aggressive tone, and you assume the aggression means they're right, or that you need to match their energy. You don't. Tone is just emotional noise. It has nothing to do with the validity of what's being said. Strip the emotion from the words. Focus only on the message. If someone yells, "You never listen to me," don't react to the yelling. Hear the message. They feel unheard. That's it. The volume doesn't make it more true. The frustration doesn't make it more urgent. It's just noise around a statement. Here's a mental cue you can use mid-argument. What are they actually saying under the emotion? When you do this, their anger stops controlling you. You're responding to the content, not the performance. And that keeps you calm while they burn out. But staying calm isn't enough. You need to disarm the situation entirely. Most arguments escalate because both people are defending. You say something, they counter, you counter back. It's a loop and nobody wins. Break the loop with questions. Questions force the other person to slow down. They force clarity. And they take the power dynamic out of combat mode. Instead of saying, "That's not true," try, "What makes you feel that way?" Instead of, "You're overreacting," try, "Help me understand what I missed." Instead of defending yourself, you're asking them to explain themselves. And here's the trick. Most people can't. Once they have to articulate their emotion, it loses intensity. The anger deflates. The argument becomes a conversation. Questions don't make you weak. They make you dangerous because you just turned their attack into a dialogue you control. Last tool, silence. When someone finishes speaking, wait. 3 seconds. 5 seconds. Don't rush to respond. Let the silence sit. Most people are terrified of silence in arguments. They fill it immediately. But silence creates pressure. It makes the other person wonder what you're thinking. It forces them to sit with what they just said. And more often than not, they'll soften. Responding slower doesn't make you weak. It makes you deliberate. It signals that you're not rattled. You're not reactive. You're thinking. And people respect that, even if they're angry. The pause is your power move. Use it. Here's the shift you need to make. Stop trying to win arguments. Start controlling them. Winning means proving you're right. Controlling means staying calm enough to steer the outcome. And the person who stays calm always has more options than the person who's screaming. This isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about not letting them make decisions for you. Practice this in small moments. The next time someone cuts you off in traffic. The next time a coworker snaps at you. Use those low-stakes moments to build the skill, because when the high-stakes argument comes, you'll be ready. Emotional reactions make you predictable. Control makes you powerful. If you value calm, power, and mental control, subscribe. There's more where this came from. And drop a comment. What situation makes you lose control the fastest? Let's talk about it. Stay sharp.